Alright, welcome back to a new video. Now this one's obviously going to be different, as you can tell by the looks of this. And it's a video idea I thought I had, because, you know, channel pretty much started with Rec Room horror games and stuff. And also, if you remember my old streams, for people who used to watch me, we used to record quite a bit. Anyways, we got, you know, 5 categories. We got horrifying, really scary, scary, alright, and not so great. Now, I haven't got every single, you know, game we have done, but I've gotten pretty much, you know, what I've done. So obviously we're going to start from the top all the way down to the bottom. Don't ask where Rec Rooms are. It's a little thing at the end. But anyways, we're going to start off with Beneath the Light Bulb. Now I would have got like video, like proof of what the game looks like at like the top right, but sadly I could not do that because it was an issue I was having. But Beneath the Light Bulb, I'm gonna put my videos in the bio of these games I've played, or at least I'll try and find them all, because I think some of these might be in streams I've done. But with Beneath the Light Bulb, I'm not joking with you. The first time I played this, I was like crapping myself. I'm gonna try and cut down the swearing. It's very hard. But like, I think Beneath the Light Bulb is definitely a horrifying, mainly because when you look at the game, you're in a dark place, you've got to make sure you don't move. If you move, you've got an actual proper jump scare. Now, I think with Beneath the Light Bulb, I think it was the very first horror map that I've played that actually had a full-on jump scare type system in it. Now, next one. I know this is Bonkies, you know, the Bonky one. I know most people won't count it as a horror, but I'm going to say it is sort of a horror type game, mainly because it's pretty much styled off Dead by Daylight, you know, go around checking generators and stuff. But I'm going to put this in alright, because, you know, it gets you sometimes, but it's more of a joke around and find out type game. Now, Next Doors. Now, the last time I played this, it wasn't really in the greatest development, but it was actually pretty good. And obviously, like I said, I'm going to put the video in the bio when I find them. But I'm going to put this one mainly in scary, because it was basic. You knew when you were going to get jump scared, and when I played it, it wasn't fully developed. But for the game, it was actually not too bad. Now, obviously, I forgot to mention, I'm not basing these off multiple opinions. I'm basing this off my opinion. So obviously, you guys may think differently, or you know, you just agree with me. Now, the Will Smith one, Escape Will Smith. I'm mainly gonna put it in not so great. Mainly because when I played it, he was bugged most of the time. He would be in corners and he wouldn't move, or sometimes he would just get glitched in general. So I personally didn't have much fun. Now, obviously, moving on, we got from fucking hell. Oh, no, we got From the Darkness. I've terribly clipped these ones. I had to get them out of somewhere because I couldn't find one myself. But From the Darkness, it was actually it's based on a real game on Steam. I've played it myself. I didn't upload it though because I kind of lost the footage. The game is pretty scary, and I would say the people who made it were pretty spot on. So I'm gonna put it in really scary because, you know, I added bits and pieces, not fully, you know, too involvement for me. Now, Ignite Freddy, classic one. I think this was. Actually, no, it's not. This is like one of the newest ones I played when it first came out. Me personally, it scared the living life out of me, so I'm gonna put it in really scary because, you know, it's more of those type of horror games where they've based it off you're being chased, and if you're like me, I hate knowing there's something in the dark chasing me, so it scares the living life out of me. Then we got the Lethal Company uh, remake and Rec Room. We played it not too long ago, and I'm gonna mainly put this in alright. Mainly because I found it more funny seeing my friend getting murdered every 4 minutes, and pretty much getting a bunch of funny moments out of it. So it wasn't too scary. it was more of a mess around type thing. Do you know what? I'll put this in. I'll make this one into a you know, a fuck around and find out. And find out, because mainly you had to pretty much mess around in order to get murdered. Now, Ignited Markiplier. This one, by the way, when I say not so great, I mean not so great in the scary way. So, me personally, so not so great in the scary type way, because it was more funny, strange than scary. Now I know there's only one right now on horrifying, but there are actually quite a few in here that I think there's like two more I'll put in horrifying from my experiences. Now, next bots. I played this, I think, a year ago now, or 2 years ago now, so it's a while ago since I last played it. I'm going to put it in scary, because there were some moments where it was kind of funny, because, you know, the stuff they put in. But next bots for me was more of a scary, because, you know, you're running for ages, you don't really catch a break, so they always know where you're at. So, it's kind of scary. Now, Mangle's Revenge is going straight away and really scary. Mainly because the design, I haven't been talking much about the design now that I think about it, but the design of, like, Mangle's Revenge, of, like, the character that's chasing you, is actually really good. So it gets you, like, pretty, like, fucking shitting yourself when you're walking and running away from it. Did produce some funny moments as well, so it's actually a pretty good map. The only thing is, I would like for there to be an ending to it, not just getting rewards, but other than that, that's fine. Now, when I mentioned there's going to be more coming into that horrifying, Nun Massacre. Not joking. Me and my mate Will, we tried recording it once. We absolutely, you know, got scared, and we left. Because it was really dark, you didn't know where she was. She would come out of nowhere, and like the loud noises were always getting me. Designer map, pretty basic, pretty easy to know where to go, but also gets you quite a lot of times, mainly because they've used loud noises to get you going. Now, this one's old. I don't even think this map's being updated anymore, but, you know, it's Bloodthirsty Patrick. I'm gonna say it's a, from what I remember when I play it, I think it's a fuck around and find out. Mainly because it takes it very long to start attacking you, and you don't know really where it is. Also, I apologise on my end if I don't remember most of these names of the things, but I'll try and I might put like the map names in the bio if I remember them all. But obviously, most people who probably see this have already played these maps or have at least got a clue. Now, this is where I come into the part where I didn't bother to get more pictures of a certain game mode. Now, this one's Poppy Playtime, but when I say Poppy Playtime, I mean all the games they've made about Poppy Playtime, including Project Playtime 1, and where they've done the story mode for 2 games, and the one where you run around and grab stuff. Now, personally, I would say it's not horrifying. I'd put it in really scary, because also it's another thing where they've designed it very well, and it's more the fact that you know something's chasing you. Now, the reason why, like, probably people disagree with From the Darkness, I think it's more of a psychological type one, like, it messes with you quite a bit before you actually, like, start getting creepy stuff. But yeah, the project, like, all the Poppy Playtime type games, they're very well detailed. I don't know if it's the same people that make all the games about Poppy Playtime in the Rec Room maps, but it's very good. Project Polaroid. Everyone knows this game in horrifying. I think it's the most. So obviously this is when the new generation, like the Rec Room Studio, isn't it, came out, and someone designed a thing where you pretty much took a picture and you had to use this project like Polaroid camera to see the monster. Now, me personally, I thought that was great designing. Now, I love horror games. although they make me jump and soil my trousers. But Project Polaroid is definitely one of the best horror games. Like these three up here, I would say are the best. Now, SCP-173, it's great, but also I think it's one of those games that can get very boring after a while, mainly because same thing, you've got to wait for it to start attacking you. So I'm gonna mainly put it in. I'll put it in scary because it gets your heart going now and then, but when you like play it for longer, you get used to it pretty much. It doesn't scare you as we go on. Now I'm gonna do one really quickly. I'm gonna put Sweet Dreams in not so great. My time playing it with my friend Scott, who does Rec Room as well. He's more a Rec Room YouTuber. We played it. It was funny mainly because we just took the piss, but on like scary scale, I wouldn't say it was that great. Moving on, we have Silent Hill PT. Now with this one, yet again, it's also the same with the Poppy Playtime one. When I say Silent Hill PT, I mean all the games that have been based on the old game Silent Hill. Now, I would say this one's more of a. I would say for your first experience, it will be a scary. But now I would say it's a not so great, mainly because all the maps are the same. The only difference is that some are detailed, some have more stories, some actually put more effort in. But I'd say if you played the game pretty much too many times, or played like maps that are pretty similar, or you know, it's gonna get repetitive and you're not really gonna get much scared of it. So until like a new Silent Hill comes out and I've heard that it's really scary, I'll give it a go. Moving on, like obviously yet again, the backrooms, I'm talking about every single backroom map I've played. I'm gonna say it's a scary, mainly because some of the maps are actually really good, but then you've also got the ones that ain't so great, mainly rather haven't put too much effort in and haven't designed it so great, so it's glitches and stuff. But then there are some that have really high detail, short stories, but still have quite a bit in it. Now this one's the Goat Man, I'm pretty sure it's called. I barely remembered this one, but I just like remembered going through like all my videos and it reminded me of this one. This one, me personally, I'm gonna say, because this one is also based off another game that's on PC. I'm gonna say it's a fuck around and find out, because you gotta wait pretty much until the scary part, and that's like later on, so it's like 10 minutes in. And the worst of them all, Rec Room. The thing that makes Rec Room horrifying is not knowing what type of fucking lobby you're getting into when you play a certain game. Because you can get the squeakers, you can get the soundboarders, and you can get the irritating people. And then you can get the good community. But most of the time, I never get into the great ones. I've met some nice people on Rec Room. I've met some very annoying people on Rec Room. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed my very boring tier list of the horror games I have played in Rec Room. Now, I'm also going to do a quick update on people who have made it this far. I'm going to be trying to change my ways of recording, like putting more effort in. Obviously, this one's a laid back one because I thought, screw it, because why not? You know, it's nice and simple for me, nice and easy, and maybe it'll help people find maps to record and maps to give another shot. But we're going to run through it like Silent Hill, repetitive. Sweet Dreams, not so scary. Markiplier's one, it's funny. Will Smith was very glitchy. This one, Goatman's like Revenge probably called. I barely remembered. Patrick's one, it takes a while but then it gets scary. Lethal Company's one, that one was more of a I would say joke around map because Lethal Company's funny in general. Bonky, yeah, again, countered it because it's sort of a horror type based. To fuck around and find out, because obviously you're gonna get shit scared sometimes when Bonky will be chasing after you, unless it's a 4-year-old and it's funny. Backrooms, much said. These are all much said, really. Same with these ones, especially this one. But yeah, let me know what you think about my tier list. What's that problem? Oh, it's my files. Well, let me know what you think about my tier list. If you think anything should be changed, let me know your opinions on your game, on your tier of these games. But anyways, I'm gonna go now because I'm gonna try and record some other things. So I hope you enjoyed this layback video, and I'll go. Bye bye.